was a dragon. Just because you're one man who was cheating on you with every single last dragon Ussy out there dies, and y'all just died together as a race? Disgraceful. Hey guys, it's Yarn Guys Cosplay, and I'm back in here with another Stitch and Bitch Sunday video. Today we're gonna be talking about a video that has had a really weird, soft spot in my heart called Reign of Fire. It came out in 2004, and it had Christian Bale and Matthew McConaughey, and I shit y'all not, I literally forget he's in the movie. Like, Matthew McConaughey's name's like plastered across the front, and it never fails. About halfway into the movie, I realize he plays this character, and I'm like, that was you the whole time? Oh my god, sir. I just can never clock you. I'm sorry. If you're new to my channel, thank you guys so much for checking out my stuff. I am inconsistent, and y'all keep rewarding me for it, and we're over 1,000 followers, so like, y'all keep rewarding bad behavior. I swear to god, I'm gonna keep posting one video every 6 months. If you are returning to my channel and you're wondering, bitch, where have you been? Not so loud, okay? I'm coming back. If you haven't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe to my channel, and let's get into this video. Reign of Fire, y'all, I'm not gonna hold you. I went to go watch this movie because I was stress crocheting, trying to prepare for a KaiCon, and I was just like, I gotta watch something to keep me awake. And I saw it there, and my brain was just like, oh, we liked this when we were younger, let's watch it again. And nostalgia led me astray because the movie was bad. I had so many questions. I was like, bitch, y'all really thought you were just gonna do this? And then y'all really thought, and then you figured skydiving was the answer? Like, y'all dumb, y'all deserve to die. The movie still had a really weird sense of like nostalgia, and I really just enjoyed looking at the muscles on Matthew McConaughey's and Christian Bale's lower back. I didn't make any notes because I've seen this movie multiple times, and every time my brain either remembers the first half, or it deletes the first half and remembers the second half, or I remember the middle, or I just completely forget the ending. So it's just gonna be me ranting for 20 minutes. Christian Bale plays the character, or we have baby Christian Bale, who is visiting his mom down in the mines and everything, and he's like, Mom, I want to go to a super fancy school, and his mom is just like, bitch, we're poor. I work in the mines, your father work in the mines, your father ain't and also like, we can't swing it. I'm doing the best I can right now. You want to get an education? Asking for too much. So he's a feisty little fellow. I think he like cusses or whatever, and he's like, I want a drink or whatever. Either way, we see that he got a little hair on his chest, you know? This also is set, I want to say, in England. I want to say they're supposed to be British. The accents were not American, and I remember at some point in the movie they make a joke about something being worse than dragons, which is like, you know, Americans. But either way, they're just not American. So old boy goes into the mines and everything, and he's like, I'm gonna just ask my dad real quick for some money and see what he thinks. And his dad clearly is just like, did you talk to your mama? She told you we're poor, so like, why are you asking me as if we work in the same mine? We in the mud together. So he's like, you know, bummed out that he can't get a higher education or whatever. I'm just like, boy, if you don't go at ABC Mouse, I'll tell you. And he hangs out with one of her coworkers, and his coworker, or her coworker, is like, hey yo, you see that little like, you know, hole in the corner? Go crawl through it because I can't fit, I'm too big. You didn't give him a helmet or nothing. You just told him to crawl through the crap. You know what? It's fine. Everything's fine. So he crawls through the crevice and everything, and he's just like, oh, this is kind of cool, whatever. Like, this is what my mom does. They should pay her more because it's kind of dangerous or whatever. And as he's walking around, we notice that like we see a little creature in the background. It opens its eyes, and it's like, who woke me from my sleep before my alarm went off? I'm gonna burn this shit down. So old boy done woke up and everything, and honestly, like, it was the dragon's just energy for me. Like, it was just the way that this dragon dead ass woke up, squirted in his eye, past tense his mama, and looked him dead in his eye and said, what are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? Not a goddamn thing. Let me go about my business. And I'm not saying I identify with the dragon, but like, please don't wake me up before my alarm goes off. Don't wake me up before my alarm goes off. You know, I'm real simple, okay? If I get woken up 5 minutes before and I hear that go off and I realize that I lost out in 5 minutes of sleep, I'm burning the entire Brexit area down. Clearly he's traumatized. Like, I would be too, shit. Like, Mama gone, house gone, everything gone, sheep gone. There's a bunch of like really weird like dystopian, like, you know, what do we do as a government? Dragons everywhere. Are they real? Is it a lie? It's giving very much like apocalypse, but also like fantasy. It's like this dystopian is the word I'm looking for. It's giving more dystopian. So we see older Christian Bale. Also, I'm not even gonna hold you, I don't remember the name of the character. Like, I just know it's baby Christian Bale and then baby Christian Bale. That's about it. He don't become older Christian Bale until he plays like, you know, Batman or whatever. But we see older Christian Bale and everything, and he has like a little, I guess, town group of people that he has been determined to be the leader of, and he's been keeping them alive by any means necessary. And by any means necessary, I mean they just hide. The plan is to wait out the dragons until they eventually die off. I'm not even mad at it because, like, as a child, your first encounter with a dragon was that aggressive. Shit, I'd be traumatized too. Also, in this movie, we get to see a baby, I forget his real name, but, like, I know he voices Stoic. And every time I hear his voice, I'm just like, Daddy? Sorry. It's the accent. I just really want him to just, like, gurgle words into my... So, like, anywho, so he plays his best friendo, and... the two of them are tight. Like, you know, the two of them are real close and everything. I'm not sure exactly what his background is, but I just know that they definitely trauma bond. They might suck a little dick or whatever. Like, nothing gay. Just, I see you and your trauma, and, like, we match, and we gonna make it through this together. So the two of them are keeping the peace and all that. They're trying to, like, you know, keep it down and all that. And they show, I guess, the system they have where, like, the birds clearly sound off whenever a dragon is nearby, and this one guy's just like, listen, I speak to the birds speak to me. They said run. That's one system they have. They also show a bunch of kids and everything, so like, I guess not all hope is lost because the children still have a chance. They're trying to keep them alive for as long as possible. Listen, I'm never okay with children in any kind of apocalyptic end the world situation, because like, what kind of world are we really? Dragons, bitch? She's 6 and y'all didn't save a therapist? Y'all just saved a bunch of engineers? She never gonna be okay. She never gonna. She got PTSD from day 0. So we walk around everything, and I think there's one guy in particular who's just like, yo, listen, I don't like this plan of us. We just wait out into the dragon's eye. First of all, we don't know how long they live. Second of all, there's a whole lot of them. And third of all, I keep staying here, and my family keeps dying. So like, I might as well risk it all out there versus dying slowly in here. And Christian Bale is just like, no. I emotionally cannot handle losing anyone. So like, if you go and you die, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I am dependent on your survival, whether you like it or not. Old boy and everything tries to like steal the keys to the car or whatever. Doesn't work out. Christian beats his ass, I think, and then keeps the keys. It doesn't stop him because a little bit later he gets the keys for him while he's sleeping. I'm like, dude, you a heavy sleeper when you got dragons up above? I could never. I would sleep so lightly. No one could fart without me waking up. So he steals the keys from him at some point, and then he drives off and everything. And clearly when he goes over to the little garden they have to get some fruit before they hit the road, dragons. Yeah, no, dragons. Half of them get eaten and everything. The other half, I think, survive and all that. Christian Bale and his crew come out and save him. And he looks at him like, you lucky. I got so much emotional trauma that like, I can't be mad at you right now because I'm gonna save your dumb ass. But also, if you run away again, I will literally have a breakdown. So like, don't do that for the sake of both of us. But also, you a dumbass bitch. So like, he saves him and everything, and the dragons. I have issues with this movie because it never really occurred to me how many times they said the dragons live off of the ash. The dragons thrive off of ashes. Ashes is dragon bread and butter. Like, I take issue with this because at some point they had mentioned that the dragons were also like running out of food and stuff because there was more of them than they were like actual like edible things, and yet they kept saying how much the dragons like, you know, thrive off of ash. And I could be wrong. I don't think they meant that in like a consumption kind of way, but if a dragon sees a person and decides to roast them thoroughly to the point where they're nothing but ash, and you hungry, I'm not trying to tell a dragon how to dragon. I'm just saying that I'm a Virgo. Just eat, like, just cook it at like 375 for 25 minutes and you'll be good. Now look at you, a plate for a charcoal. Christian Bale at some point is just like, yo, listen, we ain't not gonna have enough food to survive the rest of this time. And I'm just like, no shit. Like, really? Something happens, something else happens. And Americans, out of the blue, they're like, we could kill dragons. We have a very unhinged Matthew McConaughey who's just like, oi, I could kill dragons. I'm American. I'm batshit crazy. And like, I have a method. It's questionable. I won't use this method myself, but I'll definitely send my men up there to do it and then be sad about it later when they die. So he comes in and he's just like, yeah, you know what? You gotta kill dragons and everything because you're not gonna outlive them. And it makes sense that we gotta start fighting back, even though there's like 5 of us and there's like a bajillion dragons, you know? So unhinged Matthew McConaughey comes in and he's just like, yo, we skydive. We fight them where they are most powerful by skydiving out of a f***ing helicopter, trapping them with nets on their wings, and when they get low enough, then one of us just stabs them. Bozo, bitch, are you dumb? Unhinged McConaughey wasn't jumping out of no airplanes. That was not his role. The people that did the jumping were just like, yeah, we got like, you know, we live for like 17 seconds, sometimes less. I don't know why, but like every time I've seen this movie, it never really occurred to me that like these people were literally more unhinged than McConaughey. And the fact that they're just like, yeah, 17 seconds, bitch. Only a man. They decided to take on like one of the dragons and everything. And Bale is just like, you know what? I think we could do it, but also I feel like my plan of just waiting them out, even though we didn't get no food to like wait them out with, is still better than this. And I'm not gonna lie, because Bale had a good point, because they were definitely gonna last longer than 17 seconds, but they weren't gonna last the week. So they have one dragon that like, you know, comes down and everything. They're like, oh boy, it's time to go. They start skydiving and y'all, it's a goddamn fucking mess. Like I already knew it was gonna be messy, but the fact that the dragon at some point was just like, hey yo, I'm right behind you. And the woman flying the helicopter was just like, where is it? Where is it? We can't see. And they couldn't get their shit together down below because the dragon was just like, listen, I could land and fly off a lot faster than y'all can, but whatever, y'all go ahead, go off. So I think at some point Christian Bale like helps him and everything, but like there's 3 people floundering in the sky. The dragon eats one of them. Another one hits the ground because the dragon is like, I'm behind you, and the dragon's just like, hey yo, you know how low you damn, you can win this game of chicken. You win my guy. I'm gonna fly off, okay? I'm gonna fly off. You good? You bested me. You right. You did it. And I think the 3rd guy just gets burnt up. I don't fucking remember. I just know all of them died, and the entire time I'm looking at them like, yo, this stupid. This man's stupid. Y'all dumb as shit, what the fuck? So McConaughey really over here like, yeah, we got a plan, we got a crew. But you're not the one jumping the plan. So now I know you know that your plan is stupid. But the rest of them are too busy lasting and living their best life for 17 seconds, just like a fucking man. And not realizing that they dying at a ridiculous rate. And you're the only one to tell the story afterward. They killed one of the dragons and everything, and I think at some point Bale goes in and investigates, and he's like, yo, this dragon had an egg, this dragon was pregnant, we got bigger issues to worry about, but like whatever. The crowd is celebrating, they're like, oh my god, we killed a dragon. And unhinged Matthew McConaughey is just like, y'all celebrating? Y'all over here celebrating like you're not the people that need heroes when we're out here being heroes? Like, we pity y'all. You got your own men killed. The dragon was eating good because you literally flew out a buffet for them. This scene high-key bothered me at some point because I think we fast forward and McConaughey's like, I need more men, because clearly his plan gets people killed at like 17 seconds every time they attempt this. I'm assuming they attempted a lot, so they're trying to recruit more people. And Bale is just like, we're not doing no more people. None of my men are gonna help you do this bullshit because I seen what you was up to. And I saw how your dumbass sat on the ground and everyone else was up there in the sky. So you're on my shit list. So McConaughey and him fight. I think McConaughey wins or whatever, but McConaughey is hella unhinged. So he's just like, yeah, punch me in the face. Yeah, I like to see the blood rush to my cheekbones. Sir, get it together. But they have a little fight and everything. And then I think Christian Bale's friend, you know, stoic, decides to be helpful and everything. He's like, yeah, I'll fight and everything. I'll do it with, you know, that the old boy from earlier who, like, you know, tried to run away with his car keys and everything was like, oh yeah, I'll fight and everything because, like, I want to have something for my kids later, even if I die immediately. And he's like, you know, pissed because he's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, y'all really gonna throw your lives away because he killed one dragon, a singular dragon? So something else happens. I don't exactly remember what, but all I know is that whole little plan with them, like, you know, using the birds to determine when the dragon is nearby, I got a bone to pick with the birds. Because when Bale realized that the dragon they killed was pregnant, they were like, yo, where is the father? He probably mad as hell right now. And tell me how the male dragon is the biggest out of all of them. And yet the male dragon was able to come up on their crib, get right up to their window, and burn the little castle down to the ground. Not nary a bird chirped. I think it was a deal between the birds and I'm calling it Birdgate. I'm calling it Birdgate because y'all were loud as fuck for everyone else. But then when the male dragon pulled up, y'all were just like, shh, no, don't say nothing. Listen. No, listen. No, he said little Jimmy and everything, they could live if we don't say nothing. He said, get your nest and go. He said, don't be here at 8 o'clock at night tonight because he gonna pull up, okay? So I don't want to hear, no, listen, we ain't got to go with the humans. We don't have a code with the humans, okay? Pack your shit and go. Male dragon burns down everything. I think most of the people get out. The children get out, obviously. Christian Bale's running around saving the people as he could. A lot of people die. A lot of like the adult characters pass away because this male dragon over here burned it at like 1,000 different degrees. Basically, he burned it at like the degree of like, you know, South Georgia in like July. Hot as shit. So at some point, Bale was just like, hey, yo, like, we gotta go and everything. And Bale's best old friendo is like, listen, I'm gonna go too. We're gonna go take it. We're gonna make sure we get everybody out of here. At some point, the male dragon breathes fire again, and Stoic, I don't know why you can't stay alive in your own movies, my guy. Like, what? Like, do you just like dying? And this is the emotional support friend, so like, the fact that, like, you know, old boy Christian Bale is just like, I couldn't handle any more deaths, and like, now my best old friendo died. Like, the guy I low-key was homo for, like, died. Well, like, no homo, but homo. Like, he was like, I can't do this. I can't possibly do this. So the Americans come back and they're just like, yo, what happened? And they're just like, yo, listen, we ain't this dragon. Oh, that's what happened. I forgot y'all earlier. The Americans went up to go fight the male dragon. The male dragon like pulled up on them, killed all of them like immediately. And unhinged Matthew McConaughey was like, and then the male dragon flew off and then took off the town because the male dragon literally is just like, you know, again, same energy from the beginning of the movie. Unhinged Matthew McConaughey comes back from like, you know, his little adventure and he's like, hey, yo, male dragon got you too? And he's like, yo, male dragon got me too. And then they come to this grand conclusion that there's only one male dragon and that they've never seen it and everything until today. And they just assume that the male dragon just flies around and nuts on everything. And all the female dragons just like, you know, have kids and everything. And that's why the dragon population popped up so quickly. Male birth control. That's all I'm saying. They're like, okay, if we kill off the male dragon, then the female dragons will no longer have anyone to like, you know, get them pregnant, and then the dragon race will eventually just die off. Y'all, I'm not saying this movie was supposed to be about female empowerment, but I'm a Jurassic Park bitch. I'm a Jurassic Park stan. And y'all understand that for me, growing up with Jurassic Park and watching lizards literally say fuck you to Mother Nature and literally go, you know what, if we ain't got no men, we'll make the men. We'll be the man. We watch Mulan in the theaters. We all are going to, like, literally about to ping this shit, you know? So the fact that the dragon race was so contingent on a singular male dragon, and then the moment he goes, the rest of the female dragon's supposed to just, what, lay down? Bitch, you a dragon. Stand up. Stand up. Like, they have some like grand battle royale towards the end. Christian Bale's ready to kill everything and everyone because he's like, my best old friendo was gone. I can't do this. If I die, I die. He done appoint some child to be in charge of him if he dies. Like, I knew he was done because he literally was just like, yo, you in the corner. You right there, you look like you're about 14. You could be in charge if I die. Bitch, he was ready to go. So they do some grand battle towards the end. Unhinged Matthew McConaughey gets eaten by the male dragon in a very like over the top 300 kind of way. Like, damn, really, my guy? So he dies and everything, and old girl is like, oh my god, I can't believe Unhinged Matthew McConaughey died by a dragon. Bitch, the one time he jumped off of anything, he got ate by a dragon. Bitch, the fuck you think? You see how he wasn't jumping out of airplanes until the last minute? Either way, he knew it was a stupid idea. That's why he was jumping off of shit. But at some point, Unhinged, I'm just gonna call him Unhinged Christian Bale, because he's now fighting a dragon, the one thing he didn't want to do. And he's just like, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just wait for this dragon to like mix the chemicals in there before he blows fire, and then I'm gonna just like throw an arrow back up in there so it blows up so he can't blow fire at me. It works. And then the movie like fast forwards to them going back or whatever to the town. Everyone's super excited, and I'm just like, y'all making a loud noise for people that's like, for a world that still has dragons in it. What if you have a female dragon was just like, oh my god, he was the love of my life, I can't believe he killed my husband? What if they all do that? Bug off, you know, celebrate. So they fast forward like 3 months later, and like they're talking to, I guess, other people from around the world through like the little radio system they have, and they have people like talking to them in French that are just like wee or whatever, and they're just like, yeah, we haven't seen a dragon in like 3 months there. I'm guessing they're dying off. Stand up. You was a mother dragon. Just because you're one man who was cheating on you with every single last dragon Ussy out there dies, and y'all just died together as a race? Disgraceful. But either way, the movie ends, everyone's happy. They ask the French if they want some red wine. I don't fucking know, something just generic French joke or whatever, probably asking for a baguette or whatever. But the movie ends. It's definitely like not like the worst movie I've seen. It's not the best movie I've seen. I definitely recommend it if you just want to watch, you know, sweaty lower backs and like muscle, and if you want to watch a dragon like eat people. I don't know why that satisfied me, but like a lot of people are just men, and watching the female dragons is just like, it's a good time. But that is it. If you like this video, be sure to like this video. If you haven't subscribed, feel free to already subscribe. If you want to see more of my face and hear me talking random about different things like this, go follow me on Twitch. See you guys in the next video.